The road is calling. This is the American Southwest. This isn't just a journey to a place. This is a journey through time. Where you don't just drive through the valleys, you fly through them. This is the first ever budget backroads road trip. Buckle up and let's go. Good morning. Today is July 13th and we are headed west towards Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. Our route today will take us west from Newcastle, Kentucky, mostly on 70. We'll be going through St. Louis, through Kansas City, and we're going to end up in Junction City, Kansas to rest our heads for the evening. Coming out of Pendleton, which seems to be the land of cheap gas, at least it's the cheapest that we're going to see it for a while, we're going to hop on to 71 South. We're going more westbound than anything else, but this is 71 southbound. We're going towards St. Louis. But first, we have to drive through one of my favorite cities in the United States. It's also the place I technically call my home, Louisville, Kentucky. After leaving Louisville and merging onto 64 westbound, we are headed towards St. Louis officially. This is the double-decker bridge on the west side of Louisville, Kentucky, and we are about to enter our first state, and my home state, Indiana. Yeah, that's right. If you've never been to Southern Indiana does have some hilly areas, some rocky surfaces, which you will see on this channel. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the like button, make a comment, and make sure you click that bell so you get notified every single time we drop a new travel vlog. Leaving Kentucky and entering Indiana, it's a little dreary, to be honest. It is very, very humid. It's been raining the past few days. It's been a very, very wet July. But as we make our way west, the sky starts to clear. We are in an area called Burnt Ridge, Illinois. There's not much here. In fact, this is the only thing on this exit, and it's closed. You can get gas, but you can't go in and get snacks or anything, so that kind of sucks. So we need to all get out, stretch our legs. That's what we're doing here. We're going to go up the road on Interstate 64, and hopefully we'll find a place that has like a Walmart or a grocery store. We'll get lunch. We'll stop at a rest area or a park or something. We'll eat lunch and then we'll hit the road again. I'm trying to do this to where we have a stop every 2 hours so we can all get out and stretch our legs. So far it's working good. I've planned this trip to where I have a stop about every 10 hours so we can sleep. I don't really want to drive more than 10 hours each day just so I have the energy for when we get to all the fun stuff, I won't be a big bump on a log. So definitely going a little frugal was the priority when it comes to traveling. However, as we get on to 64 westbound, I decided to go ahead and check my weather because I was getting some random alerts just outside of St. Louis, which was a city I had saved in my WeatherBug app so I could get notifications. And there was a rather large storm coming. So I knew that if we wanted to get on the road and get there in time, we just needed to stop somewhere and grab food like normal people. You know, at like a Culver's or something. The further west we go and the closer we get to St. Louis, the sky on the horizon just continues to get darker and darker and more ominous looking until eventually we just got to a spot where the sky just opened up.
Taking this exit.
After pulling off, we wait for the storm to pass. The visibility was getting very, very bad. And with a car full of kids and elder parents, I figured it would be just best for us to pull off until the storm passed. And in fact, as we're pulling off here, you can see the back ridge of that storm leaving the area. There's another good shot of it right there. Look at that. To the right of the screen. Amazing looking storm. Truth be told, I have a huge soft spot in my heart for meteorology. It's something I studied hardcore in middle and high school. I decided against going to college for it because, well, I suck at math and I wasn't about to even try calculus. But here we are coming into St. Louis, coming in a little slow, a lot of traffic moving in. To the right on your screen, you can see the St. Louis Arch, and that's where we're headed. I'm not sure if there was an event going on downtown or if everyone just decided to rush the arch right after the storm went through, but we had a heck of a time finding anywhere to park, and all the parking garages were charging anywhere between $20 and $30, and we were only going to be there for maybe an hour at best. This might be a lost cause for the day. To be honest, we're losing time. We need to hit the road because, believe it or not, there's another storm heading in. So we will just do this on the way back.
We are about an hour outside of St. Louis on the other side. We were going to stop by the arch today. We ran into that crazy storm about, 40 miles outside of St. Louis. And what that did is, it stormed real bad in St. Louis, so nobody could visit the arch. And by the time we got there, everybody had gobbled all the parking spots up, and we were losing time. So we are going to do that on the way back in 10 days when we're on our way back home. So that'll actually be the last kind of touristy thing that we do. Stopping at gas now at the Flying J, $2.89 a gallon, which is the best that I've seen it since we left. We paid $2.85 in Kentucky, where we live, right outside of Newcastle and Pendleton. Here it's $2.89, but everything coming here was $3.29, so we got a good deal.
Another huge bonus is that we're getting excellent gas mileage, and part of that is due to a screw up with the rental company. I originally rented a premium SUV, something that seats 7 comfortably with luggage room in the back.
so something like a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Unfortunately, all they had in stock was a Mitsubishi Outlander, which technically seats 7, but hardly has any storage space in the back for luggage. It was a tight fit, but we made it work. The huge bonus though is that it had a 4-cylinder engine, so we got amazing gas mileage. I budgeted $1,000 for gas. The whole trip we only spent about $600. Now, if it looks like here we're on a back road, we kinda are. There must have been an accident or something large going on just outside of Kansas City because GPS took us around Kansas City. So I actually have no footage of Kansas City at all. And unfortunately, this little detour added almost an hour to our drive. But here we are getting back on I-70 west of Kansas City. Ah, there it is, the source of the issue. Toll road. I had avoid tolls selected on my GPS route. And once we are back on the 70, it is an almost immediate change. The trees just completely disappeared and we're in Kansas. Okay, folks.
On the road again.
On the road again, indeed. Today we are pulling out of Junction City, Kansas. It's July 14th. We're heading west on I-70. We have a long drive ahead of us today. We're going to go all across Kansas, enter Colorado, drive through Denver, stop at the Lake Dillon Overlook, the Glenwood Canyon, and finally to Grand Junction, Colorado, so we can rest our heads for the evening. And check out these windmills to the left. They're perfectly synchronized. It almost makes you wonder if they do that on purpose. I mean, seriously, look at this. If it wasn't for the lines and the occasional bridge, it would almost feel like you weren't moving. Just a complete flat horizon and just green grasslands and farmland for as far as the eye could possibly see. In a way, it has a beauty to it.
Welcome to Kansas. Yeah. There's not a lot out here. Very, very, very flat, as you can tell all the way out there in the distance. Not a whole lot to look at. I've driven through parts of Iowa before, and that's a pretty boring drive. This hasn't been too bad, but we are now entering the western half of the state of Kansas, where it really gets kind of arid. And we're going to start seeing that transformation slowly from green to brown, and we'll get in the Rocky Mountains, and then everything will start turning red eventually. So yeah, if you've never driven through Kansas before, if you're a driver, you know, stay alert. The speed limit's 75 on 70 through Kansas, so at least it's not a slow pace. But there's a lot of cops, so don't speed through here.
Apart from my squeaky voice in that little segment there, that is the truth. We did see a lot of police.
Welcome to Colorado. We finally made it to Colorado. We are actually at the visitor center and not too far from Denver. We're making our way into Denver here very soon. We're going to stop again at the Lake Dillon Overlook. This overlooks Lake Dillon, obviously. But it's way up in the mountains. The scenery is about to start dramatically getting different in the next hour, hour and a half or so. Still very flat, still very boring, but there's a beauty to it. It's weird. You see land that is completely flat for miles and miles, no trees. Sure, it's boring, but there's also an aesthetic beauty to it as well, especially if you've never been in this part of the country.
While at the visitor center, I did check out road conditions and some fires that were concerning me going on in the Rockies, and while we were also there, we learned that there is a fire brewing on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, which I was certain would cause us some visibility issues once we made it to places like Monument Valley, and it certainly did, and you'll see that here later. But now we're going through Denver, and the scenery is about to dramatically change. I know I was just complaining about completely flat land earlier and how boring it was. Well, that is about to change. This was my first time ever seeing the Rocky Mountains, let alone driving through them. And it is so breathtakingly beautiful to drive through here, especially for your first time. So sit back, relax for a little bit, enjoy the scenery, and oh yeah, sorry about the bugs. Driving through here in mid-July, I wasn't really expecting to see any snow at all, but a few of these mountaintops just live in a perpetual snow condition. The snow is never gone, it's always there. I can only imagine what this looks like in the wintertime. And before you ask, of course we went through the Eisenhower Tunnel, and of course my GoPro mount fell off the windshield halfway through it, so the footage is almost pretty much useless. The bugs made it really, really bad too, but I'm about to fix that, I promise. But before we do that, we're gonna pull off and enjoy the sights of beautiful Lake Dillon.
We made it to Lake Dillon. We're just here for a couple minutes checking it out, but it's beautiful.
And just like that, no more bugs. Pulling out of the gas station, we're turning onto the main street here in Frisco, Colorado, which is also known as the Main Street of the Rockies. This place is really, really cool. We didn't do any investigative work as far as this location, but now that we've been through here, it's definitely going to be a stop location at some point in future road trips, because there looks like there's just a lot to do in this little town. Now we're back on 70 headed west, and we're approaching Vail, Colorado, which is a ski town. And this scenery on the way there is just amazing. Here we are approaching Vail, Colorado, a very, very popular ski town in the middle of the Rockies. For all the skiers out there, leave me a comment in the comment section. Is it worth going there for skiing, or is it more of a tourist trap than anything? Leave me a comment. I'm not much of a skier myself. I'm more of a fall down the hill and break my legger, so I leave the skiing to the skiers. As we push further west outside of Vail, we are greeted by a companion that's going to be coming and going for the rest of the trip, the Colorado River. The further and further west we go, the rockier and rockier the terrain gets. This is one of those places where I tried editing it down for time and just couldn't make some of those necessary cuts. It was just too breathtaking to keep out of this video. Here we are coming into the Glenwood Canyon, which I knew we would be passing through on our journey to Grand Junction, but I had no idea it was going to be this beautiful. This section of I-70 going through the Glenwood Canyon is a stunning 12.5-mile stretch and is considered a marvel of modern engineering. This section of I-70 was the last piece of the original U.S. interstate system to be completed, and it was completed in 1992. That's really not that long ago when you think about it. Driving through here is amazing with all the curves, all the walls, all the tunnels, and it still maintains a really good balance between human infrastructure and the natural world around it. There are a ton of recreational areas off of the Glenwood Canyon, including No Name, Grizzly Creek, Hanging Lake, and Bear Ranch. My mom described driving through here as if it felt like we were flying through the canyon, which definitely checks out. It definitely felt like that, especially as the person who was driving the car. On our return journey, you'll notice that we'll be on a lower section of the interstate that goes east, and it's a lot closer to the Colorado River. So in part 2 of this vlog, make sure you pay attention to what's going on down there. If the view is this amazing from the interstate, I can only imagine how amazing the view is from down there on the Colorado River. once you exit the canyon, you'll start to notice that the trees are starting to go away. The landscape is starting to change color. And before you know it, we're going to be in the rocky landscape of Grand Junction, Colorado. It's been a very, very long day of driving, and we are approaching the late afternoon, early evening. So Grand Junction is a sight for sore eyes. It's time to pull off and go to bed.
Gonna be you and me. Gonna be everything you ever dreamed. Gonna be who you need. Gonna be everything.
Welcome to the beautiful state of Utah, and we have multiple stops today. There's a lot to cover, so buckle up and let's go. First stop, Cisco, Utah, an abandoned town.
Wanna be who and me. Gonna be everything you ever dreamed.
As we pull into Cisco, Utah, we're welcomed by the iconic brick-like building that is generally the most photographed ruin in Cisco. It is believed to be the abandoned gas station that inspired Johnny Cash's song, Cisco Clifton's Fill-In Station, which is about a gas station owner in town that is struggling after the new interstate I-70 bypassed Cisco.
What is up? Happy Tuesday. We're on the third official day of the road trip. We are in Cisco, Utah. Cisco is an old abandoned town here in Utah that was a major refill station for steam engines. And once diesel engines became the most, common used way to move freight and passengers, and steam engines became completely obsolete. You also got to watch out for things like these. Pretty sure that's a fire ant mount.
At its peak in the 1940s, Cisco's population reached around 200 people, boasting stores, restaurants, saloons, hotels, all along the main road. The town's decline began when the diesel locomotives replaced the steam engines in the 1950s, which eliminated Cisco to be a major stop for those steam engines. A brief reprieve came when the uranium boom happened, But the ultimate nail in the coffin was the construction of Interstate 70 in the 1970s, which completely bypassed the town, cutting off the crucial stream of road travelers.
I wonder if there's keys in it.
Without that constant flow of commerce from the railroad and the road residents moving away, all of that stuff put together, Cisco quickly became the iconic ghost town that it is today. Today, Cisco pretty much stands in ruins. However, it does have a slight population. According to the last census in 2020, a recorded population between 1 and 4 people live here, including an artist who purchased the property and has been working to revitalize some of the area with art installations and artist residencies. Some of this can be seen in some of the buildings that you'll see here in the video.
It's legit probably not safe to be in here. Like there's like encroachment with the foundation here, so yeah, I'm gonna get out here.
Travis. Watch out for that.
Holy shit. Bro. That might be an art piece.
Yeah. Why is there? Look at all the art.
It's an old well.
Isn't that cool?
Watch out. Watch your step.
I want to look at it.
And there's also nails up, so please watch where you're stepping, folks.
I want to look at it.
An old well, yeah. It's not super deep, but it's deep enough I would have got hurt.
That looks really cool. I really like
Have you looked in the window yet, sis?
What?
Have you looked inside?
No.
There's no way in there, too.
There is no way in there.
Uh-uh.
No. Here, hold on, Mama.
The art looks cool. Toilet.
Oh, I didn't see the toilet.
Where?
Right there.
Right here. There's also these holes all over the place, you know. I'm a flatlander. I'm originally from Indiana. I live in Kentucky. If anybody knows what this is, comment in the comment section. I'm going to guess a jackrabbit hole. You okay, bubs?
Ah, I think that answers my own question. Definitely looks like one of these little jackrabbits that are here. They're very, very cute. They're large. And they're very sneaky. And some part of it does feel like it's inhabited, and you'll kind of know where that is once you're there. You will notice a fence line, and then on the other side of the fence line there's a couple of mobile homes. There's some vehicles that look like they're not abandoned. They look like they're moved on a constant basis. So just use your common sense. Don't go in areas that feel inhabited. It's kind of easy once you're there. It's hard to explain.
What you can't tell by watching the video, today is July 15th, 16th. July 16th. And it's like 70 degrees. It feels freaking amazing. That's going to change. The high for today in Moab's like 101. But I'm enjoying the little bit of cloud coverage that we have and the cool temperatures. Because I know that's not going to be a thing here soon, but enjoy it while it lasts.
Now it is time to say goodbye to Cisco, Utah. This was my wife's idea to stop here, and I'm going to admit, it became very quickly one of my favorite things that we did.
Is it desire, or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire, 'cause your love only gets me of you.
But now we're taking a section of road that I planned out. Utah Scenic Route 128, also known as the Upper Colorado River Scenic Byway. If you use GPS to go from Grand Junction to Moab, it will completely screw you out of this route. So make sure your first stop is Cisco, and make sure that your GPS takes you on the 128, because if it does not, it will rob you of one of the most beautiful roads in America, hands down. Utah State Route 128's original purpose was to connect settlements like Moab and Castle Valley to Grand Junction, Colorado. The route evolved from a challenging Heavenly Staircase pack trail to a 1902 toll road and was officially designated a state route in 1933. There off in the distance, you can see the Fisher Towers, which are a spectacular and bizarre group of eroded sandstone fins, pinnacles, and spires located right off the route. Just past the Fisher Towers, we make our way to Castle Valley, which is very, very reminiscent of Monument Valley. In fact, just by looking at the photos, I can see why people get them mixed up every now and then. Castle Valley was originally settled by the Fremont and Ute people, and was one of the last settled areas by the Mormon pioneers. Due to its rugged landscape and harsh conditions, the area's development was delayed until the late 1870s when Brigham Young called for settlers to find new grazing lands. The town was officially incorporated in 1985. Historically, Castle Valley was used for farming and ranching. However, many films and TV shows have been filmed along the Utah 128, specifically in Castle Valley. Notable examples include Gran Rio, Thelma and Louise, City Slickers, Geronimo, and the HBO series Westworld. The section after Castle Valley is probably my favorite because it's this long, winding valley. Now, this part of 128, the ledge that's over to your right, up on top of the plateau, that is actually Arches National Park. And now, welcome to Moab. For today, we are just passing through. We're going to get on Utah State Route 191 southbound, and we're heading to Monument Valley. But first, we're going to stop here by the Wilson Arch and give it a check out. We're not here long. We're literally just here for the photo op. I wish we had more time to climb it, but we are in a serious time crunch today. So, off we go. Between Moab and Monument Valley, you're going to go through a lot of small towns like Blanding, and I will give you a free tip right here on the channel. Make sure you follow those speed limit signs, because almost every single small town that you will go through, and not just Utah, but out in Nevada and Arizona, you'll be greeted first by the welcome sign, and then directly behind that is typically a sheriff. So make sure you're doing the speed limit when you're going through the smaller towns, or you will find yourself with a more expensive vacation than what you planned. Forrest Gump Point is one of those places I've always wanted to go and see. As a kid, I remember watching Forrest Gump and seeing that spot in the movie and thinking that must be something amazing. And here I am, 41 years old, getting ready to see that spot for the first time. Forrest Gump Point might be one of the most photographed spots of the American Southwest, and it does not disappoint, even with the smoke. Monument Valley is not a state park, nor is it a national park. It is owned by the Navajo Nation. This land is very special to the Navajo Nation, and certain parts of it are considered sacred, like the totem pole. So there are a lot more rules that you have to abide by when you're in Monument Valley. They want to keep the landscape as natural as possible. So there's not a lot of hiking trails and stuff like that to do. Most of it is driving around and sightseeing some of the amazing formations that are down in this valley. Now, you know, we didn't just come all this way to look at this place from one spot. So let's get in the car. We're going to go down to the valley floor. Let's go. The road into Monument Valley is a 17-mile scenic loop that is described as a well-maintained dirt road. Well, we're going to test that out in this trip, and I can already tell you right from the get-go, it's not as smooth as you think. It's pretty rough. The first section is a small set of switchbacks that goes down to the valley floor. A lot of sand, a lot of loose rock, and honestly, this is the roughest part of the drive. Once you get down to the valley floor, it's not as bad. As you make your way down the switchbacks, you keep getting alternating views of the three main buttes that Monument Valley is known for: the West Mitten, the East Mitten, and the Merrick Butte. As we swing around the corner here, you'll notice a lot of dust and sand kicked up by this car. This particular spot is very sandy, and I'm honestly surprised they made it up the side that they came up.
Nostalgia.
As you stroll through the valley floor of Monument Valley, there are plenty of places to stop and take photos. However, there are no drones allowed in Monument Valley, so for all you dronies out there, sorry. We're starting a small ascent, and as you can see on the right, you can begin to see the Three Sisters. We'll get a much more up-close view of those here in just a moment. There it is, a much better view of the Three Sisters. One of them is so small, it's almost amazing to me that some of them haven't just completely eroded away. And I suppose over the next few hundred to thousands of years, that will happen. The formation straight ahead is known as the Camel Butte, which my 6-year-old son pointed out that he thought it looked more like a Triceratops with no horns, which I'm gonna have to agree with my 6-year-old on that one. As you can see on your right there, there's a lot of private roads once you start getting towards the back of the park. Make sure you are staying on the main roads. Some of those roads are private access. There's actually some residents down there. Not a lot, maybe a couple of houses. But there's also the extended tours, and only the tour trucks are allowed back into certain parts of Monument Valley. So if you want to go to the more secluded areas, you're going to have to book one of those tours. And judging by the prices, some of them run between $60 to $80 per person, which isn't bad considering some of them last 3 to 4 hours. We are getting close to the back of the park, and the formation that you can see in front of you is the totem pole. In 1975, Clint Eastwood directed and filmed a movie called The Eiger Sanction, where he performed his own stunts by climbing the iconic totem pole. Under one stipulation, the Navajo Tribal Council granted them permission to climb the totem pole and film there, as long as they removed not only their climbing bolts, but also the climbing bolts and pittons of other climbers that have been there in the past. This makes Clint Eastwood one of the last people to ever legally climb the totem pole, which the Navajo people consider very sacred. And here we have arrived to pretty much the very back portion of the valley that we can access, Artist Point, and you can see why it's called that. The view from this spot is absolutely amazing. Before we leave Monument Valley, we're going to stop at probably the most popular spot for photographs in Monument Valley, John Ford Point. John Ford directed the 1939 movie Stagecoach, which featured John Wayne and Monument Valley. It solidified the American Western genre into cinema, and it made John Wayne the iconic star that he was known to be. As we make our way out of Monument Valley after playing down there for a couple of hours and checking out all the amazing natural rock formations, we have one more amazing formation to see, and I saved it last so we could see it at sunset. We're on our way to Page, Arizona, so we can see Horseshoe Bend. The closer we get to Page, Arizona, the more the weather starts to turn a little bit and it gets very moody. As the sun is starting to set, the North Rim Fire is starting to create its own weather systems, and halfway across the Grand Canyon, west of Horseshoe Bend, you can see a storm system forming over there. And the sun shining through the smoke and shining through the rain produces this amazing color that could not be reproduced. To be 100% honest with you, there is not a whole lot of footage of us at Horseshoe Bend because it was one of those places where when you got there, you kind of forgot about the entire world around you. And I didn't even realize I didn't vlog until after we left. I was so awestruck by this place, and it's a place I'll remember for the rest of my life. It's been a long day. We did a lot in one day and I'm exhausted. So we're headed to St. George, Utah for our final stop of the evening, and I'm going to pass out. We'll see you in the morning. Top of the morning to you. We are leaving St. George, Utah. Today is July 16th and we are on our way to Valley of Fire and then Las Vegas. We're headed southbound on Interstate 15 towards Las Vegas, and we are about to enter the Virgin River Gorge, which ends up being a very pleasant surprise. This gorge was formed by the Virgin River and is tucked away in Arizona about 24 miles from the Nevada-Arizona border. The first town as soon as you cross over the border is Mesquite, Nevada, and it's not too far from there to Valley of Fire, which is where we're headed. One of the crazy things about the desert, if you've never been out here, is how quickly the landscape changes. You'll be on top of a plateau, suddenly then going through a canyon, to be right back in another flat area again as if nothing ever happened. It is one hell of an experience. And just like that, we're from the gorge into a flat nothing. Crazy. Valley of Fire State Park is located about an hour northeast of Las Vegas and is a super popular attraction amongst tourists. I think a lot of people think of Las Vegas and they think of slot machines and casinos and showgirls and strip clubs and nightclubs, and it's definitely those things. But there's some amazing things to do in the natural world around Las Vegas, like Valley of Fire and Red Rock Canyon. Red Rock Canyon is one of my favorite places to visit and go hiking, but you will not see any Red Rock Canyon in this vlog. Instead, you're going to have to subscribe to the channel and wait until we drop a featured vlog specifically about Red Rock Canyon. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so you get notified every single time we drop a new video right here on Budget Backroads. So today we are at Valley of Fire State Park here right outside of Las Vegas. And it's been a long time since I've been here. I was a little kid last time I was here. So my son is just a little younger than what I was the first time I ever came here. And this is my first time back as an adult. So it's almost kind of new to me, but I vaguely remember some of this stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do a little rock climbing. Now, what you cannot tell about this footage, is it's about 9 in the morning. We're here really, really early. And one of the perks to getting to these parks super early in the morning is there's not a lot of people to deal with. We had this whole area pretty much to ourselves for about 35 minutes. All right, good job, buddy.
Come here, bub. Mason, come on, buddy.
Oh, that looks pretty cool up there. It is so quiet out here that when you take a step into some of the gravel and rocks, every crunch is deafening.
I'm in there. I can't see you. Keep going. Ready? Stay there. Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
I really wanted to stop by the mouse tank so we could go see the petroglyphs that are back there on that trail, but the truth is it's insanely hot. Already it's about 10 in the morning and it's already 95 degrees. So I figured let's get in the car and we're gonna go into an area of Valley of Fire known as the Rainbow Vista. The Rainbow Vista is a collection of sandstone rock formations in Valley of Fire, and it's also a 1 mile, easy to moderate hike in Valley of Fire State Park. It's known for its spectacular rock formations that change color from brown, white, red, pink, and yellow, creating a desert rainbow effect, which is why it's known as the Rainbow Vista. If you like scenic drives with a lot of curves that go through rock formations, then Valley of Fire is one of the best state parks that you can visit. And here we are. Welcome to Las Vegas, our final destination. 2,092 miles and 32 hours of driving. It's time to get some rest, some relaxation, and some amazing food in my stomach. I've got to get rested up because in just a couple of days, we're going to be leaving towards home, but we have so many other places to visit before we get there, including Zion, Capitol Reef, Arches, Dead Horse Point, and many more. So if you want to make sure you see part 2 of this vlog, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so you get notified when that drops in a couple of weeks. We'll see you all next time.